Hi, everyone. So we're going to start doing something kind of special with this one. We've got really a series of podcasts that we're going to do with Gervon Dexter, who's a tackle with the Chicago Bears. So I'm really excited about this one. Going to try to add some variety to it, do a few things differently, break down maybe some things from the game, but really get into an NFL player's mindset, see what we can learn from it. And
That's perfect.
Again, maybe have some fun. So trying to think of, like, how could we make it fun? This conversation started before you got here, and I said, well, what if I asked Gervon, like, a question about if I lined up across from him, what would be the over-under on how many yards backwards he's going to launch me, like over-under on 20? Because I see, like, three outcomes, right? You brush me aside, you run me over, and can launch me in the air. I was like, what's the over-under on 20 yards? Curious, what would you bet?
I'm going to say under.
Under?
Yeah, I would say under. To be nice, I would say under.
So from that came, oh, you should have him run you through some drills. And I said, but I'm 50 years old. I've never been athletic. I've never boasted about working out. Like, this is going to be a disaster. And the team's like, that's why it's going to be great. So we had ideas like that.
Right.
Go to Gervon's favorite restaurant. If we did that, where would that be?
My favorite restaurant here, let me see. I'm a huge fan of Chicago's Cut.
All right.
So yeah, that's like my when I go downtown Saturdays.
Great steak. Yeah.
So Chicago Cut.
All right. Yeah. So we won't give away all of what we're thinking about, but some ideas like that. But I'm gonna be a hot mess on any kind of drill because
Right.
I've literally never played a single organized sport ever.
Yeah, we probably have to take you through some like tight bag drills, some D-line drills would be fun.
I think the over-under is going to be on how long till I puke, which might be like 10 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway, we'll try to make it. I think it's going to be fun. Looking forward to it.
Same.
So kind of heading into it, last time I talked to you was off season, and so I kind of thought in my head of like three kind of things that were different, in your football world anyway. So first off, new coaches. So couple quick kind of like quick learns or like what really impressed you. We don't need to talk about what you like versus the old or not, but like couple things you've learned from either Ben Johnson or Dennis Allen that really stood out so far.
Well, I would say I would probably start with Dennis Allen. His, attention to, and as well with Coach Ben as well, like their attention to, detail and how they want you to attack the little things has been like a huge eye-opener to me because that was some of the things that I wasn't doing. And that was a little bit of me being young and just a little bit me not, just not doing it. So just the attention to detail, the little things that they, that they key in on, and that's been one of the bigger things that's opened my eyes for them.
Interesting, because that's a big deal. Honestly, that's for me. As the company gets bigger, it's the same kind of learn. Actually, the details matter.
Right.
So I've learned as the company gets bigger, and I'm talking about what we're going to do. Like, I use the example of if I tell people we're going to go build a house, like, I don't know what just popped in your mind, but for some it could be a one-bedroom house, it could be a two-story house, it could be, for some it could be a big condo building.
Right.
Like, if I don't give you any of those details, like me talking to you about what we're going out to do doesn't work because you'll have your own kind of thing. But
Right.
You're talking about execution, so a little bit different. But I've learned, too, to do my job, details matter.
Right, yeah, and I would say it's the same. I think, and if you put it like that, is into a football, it's like, okay, you talk about building a house, and most people would think the finished goal of the house, the main parts of the house. You know what I mean? The door, the windows, the roof. But it's the small details that really matter. You know what I mean? Like the flooring, the drywall, and just the little things that, you know what I mean, how you build a house. So I think it's the same.
I imagine then, the one thing I watch the Bears and say is, man, why so many penalties? Because it just, do you have any? Any penalties?
I don't have any penalties. Yeah, not yet.
Just making sure.
Yeah,
but
I don't.
I imagine that's got to be eating at everybody, like the amount of penalties.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, Coach Ben and DA, both of those are guys who are really strict on those things. So just that, you know what I mean? It's still new. It's still obviously we haven't been together as long as other teams. You know what I mean? They kind of just got here. So we're cleaning them up, and it's again, it's small stuff. It's not like, you know what I mean, huge, crazy penalties. So it's little stuff that's easy to clean up. That we will.
Yeah, now, crazy, because obviously there's no way a player wants to mess up, right?
Exactly.
So, like, to tell them that's like kind of like no kidding, right? But
exactly.
I mean, how much do the players call each other out? Like, my man, like, it's number 3 now. What are you doing? Or is it just coaches to players, or do players kind of get on each other?
Yeah, I think it's everyone. You know what I mean? Obviously, when it's in a locker room, we got, you know what I mean, veterans who, and I feel like a good teams are player led. And so we got some guys who, you know what I mean, like, hey, and none of us are, you know what I mean, like, we all want to be great. We all want to get to, you know what I mean, the end goal and win, you know what I mean? So if, for example, if a guy come to me, one of my teammates come to me and I've had a penalty and, hey, G, you got to clean that up, it means a lot more coming from, you know what I mean, your teammate, you know what I mean, a guy that you know what I mean, you go to work with. So, yeah, it's both.
So I think probably anybody can relate as an adult to a new boss coming in. Good thing about your profession is, like, your performance is well documented, so you don't have the whole normal. I think, like, from an average Joe, like, I got a new boss, I got to go prove myself. I think might be different for you because your history's out there, whereas a normal Joe's probably not. But did you still feel the, hey, got to go prove myself again?
Yeah, for sure. I think in the NFL, it's a league of what can you do for me now? What have you done for me now? So when a new staff comes, when new guys come in, you know what I mean, they want to see what you can do. And I think I look at it, even if it wasn't a new coach that came in, each year you got to prove yourself. Each year is different, you know what I mean? And last year doesn't matter anymore. So whatever you do, you know what I mean, you gotta prove yourself, not only every year, but almost every week. So
perfect. Second thing I mentioned, new position. Seems like you embraced it. Like, it's the one that you were more, is that right, more natural at anyway, or more experienced at? Maybe
so you mean like me moving from D tackle to nose? Yeah. I think it was a,
maybe you don't even consider that a position change.
Not really.
I just know you standing in the middle rather than
exactly.
toward the end.
Yeah, I mean, if a guy like me, it's pretty much the same for me. You know what I mean? I'm just moving 2 shades down, or, you know what I mean, to the left or right. So it's all the same for me.
Is it easier to go against the center than somebody whose head ain't down with a football in their hand, or?
It just depends on the center. I wouldn't say it's easier. It is. It's less space.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say easier or hard. It's about the same to me.
Toughest one you lined up so far against this year?
Toughest center. I would probably say this last week. Baltimore had a pretty good athletic center that was, you know what I mean. It was I believe a Pro Bowler, All Pro, so he was a good center. So.
Fresh in your mind anyway, for sure.
Yeah.
Fumble recovery this year?
Yeah.
First one?
No, I had 3 last year. Two or three last year.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. I would have cheered those on and forgot about them. But,
yeah, exactly.
Obviously, that's a big deal, like when you get one. So I thought be more of a highlight if it was like the first one. But I know I watched the 3 last year. You know, last year it was such a losing season for the Bears, it kind of gave up on it as a fan.
That's funny.
So interesting, though, like, on that note, I want to go to the third thing, but since it's right here, like, kind of this point in the season is last year where it, like, the wheels fell off. Like, it's like my golf game. Like, I might have had a couple good holes, but I know the wheels are going to fall off. Are you worried about that this year, or
no? Not at all.
You guys got this?
Yeah, I definitely don't worry about that at all this year. Just with, you know what I mean, the guys that, like I said, the guys that we have in the locker room, the coaching staff that we have. I don't think we won't allow it, and they won't allow it either. So,
all right, we'll see. This obviously had a good winning streak going on and lost one game. Let's see how. Cincinnati be just as angry about their loss as you guys.
Right, yeah.
So it'd be a good thing to watch. So then the third one, signed a deal with Nike. Congrats.
Thank you.
How's that go in an athlete's mind? Like, for example, like, outsider looking in, like, do you take a deal when they come knocking, or do you like, man, if I wait one more year and kick ass, like I'm gonna get an even better deal? Do I just sign a short-term deal in case, or how do you go about that?
I think
Or are you just thankful it came your way?
Yeah, I think I kind of look at it as like it's a blessing. You know what I mean? When I was a young kid, I used to always see, you know what I mean, all of these players, and they kind of talk about how they got like, you know what I mean, endorsement deals with these big, you know what I mean, shoe companies, and it's just kind of a surreal moment for me, you know what I mean, for me to get the opportunity to sign with a brand like Nike. And so when the opportunity came, I couldn't miss it. So.
All right. How long you with Nike?
2 years.
2 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So again, congrats.
Thank you.
The interesting thing is college sports especially changing, and from what I understand, even high school now players can get paid on the name, image, likeness thing.
Right.
So, what advice would you give to young players? Because there's got to be pitfalls to it. There's got to be. I mean, it's great that they get paid for doing what they do, but there's got to be like things to worry about.
Yeah, I would say is a huge positive. Obviously, guys work work almost their whole life to get to a opportunity to, get money from it. And I think there's a plus and minus. I think the minus for me was probably a thing that I don't hope happen is just, kids get to college and, that's their end goal. NIL is their end goal, because I'm not sure exactly how much those guys are making in college, but I do know how much the guys in the NFL are making, and I don't think it's close. What I mean? And I would just say if guys can get to a point where they're, they don't stop the hunger from wanting to, make it to the NFL and, get, to that end. So just hopefully guys don't get complacent with it, but I do think it's a huge blessing for guys to be able to, get what some of the stuff that they're deserving.
So start to get some of the money and have a good time with it, and then you don't concentrate on actually getting the NFL deal done.
Exactly.
Yeah, I could see that, like, especially at that young of age, right? Like, what's like the biggest kind of deal out there? If I'm going to sign one in college, could I get?
I'm not sure. I mean, there's guys, I've seen all types of deals. Like, I know the quarterback at Florida, he had like Red Bull. I seen guys got Nike deals in college. Okay. So there's all types of deals.
So it's not just the money, too. The notoriety goes up even a whole nother level, right?
Yeah.
I imagine, especially in 18, 19 years old. That's like not really prepared to handle all that, probably. And probably a lot of vultures there trying to take advantage, too, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, things tend to work out. Like, from an investment side, you think it's smart? It seems to be. You said there's a good thing that people get paid, so you need the investment side,
right?
So they just got to figure out the right way to go about it. It seems like,
right? Yeah, I think it's definitely cool.
I think for I even see investment opportunities where people want to raise a whole bunch of money to invest in that, but. Problem is, obviously, not every player is going to make it. So then you almost have to over-leverage on what you get in return from the player that makes it for all the ones that don't. Like, it's got to be a tough thing on both sides to really figure out how to do well.
Right.
All right. So, hey, you had a great game Sunday. Like 7 tackles you were involved in, right? Like, that's a big number. Matched the rest of the year, I think, right? And yet it's a loss.
Right.
It's awesome. You got your son with you.
Right.
He wants to come say hi to Dad. I love it.
You gotta back up, buddy. Back up a little.
Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It'd be just like my boy if I brought him to work. He'd be here trying to sit on my lap and get involved in the conversation.
Right, 100%.
It's awesome. So, I was talking about what a great game you had, but you had still a loss. So, how do you balance that? Like, I assume you just concentrate on doing what you can do and being the best you can be, but there's got to be a little bit of disappointment. What do you do? Shake it off? It's just one game and go on to the next one?
Yeah, I think in the NFL, it's everything is almost week to week. You know what I mean? You can't dwell on a loss for too long. You get, those 24 to 48 hours, and you kind of, you got to go. But yeah, we definitely take. I mean, me personally, I take losses very bad just because you know what I mean. I always want to win. You know what I mean. I want to win every game that I play. So I take losses tough, but you know what I mean. That's the thing about the NFL. You get a new week to go.
So interesting. So I take all kinds of losses not well either. Different world, but what I do in my head is rethink conversations. Like I think I've done that my whole life. Like if I had have said, you know, good and bad. Like if I had have said this differently, how could have it turned out? Or I should have said this instead of that. I do it with this podcast for God's sakes. Like when I rewatch it to learn what I did wrong, I'm like, man, I should have answered this or I should have asked that. Do you do a lot of? Well, heck. I'm kind of answering my own question. You literally sit in a room and watch the film and criticize yourself again, right?
Exactly.
So, how do you keep that productive versus self kind of destructing?
I just understand. I mean, I just know that, you know what I mean, new week. You can't you know what I mean, you can't turn one loss into two. So you gotta, you know what I mean, you gotta find a way to, you know what I mean, fix whatever you did wrong, whatever the team did wrong to lose the game. Let's fix it and, you know what I mean, get a win out of the next one. That's the only thing that, in my opinion, that can help a lost feeling is to win the next game and get that feeling out, you know what I mean, out of your head. So I just try to understand that and go.
So let's go. Let's get real with this. Maybe like go back to last year. How many you ended the season? The Bears did, and I'm a huge Bears fan, so this was tough. Yeah. Like 9 in a row, right? To end the season. Mm-hmm. Is there like a point where like after the 6th loss in a row, you're like, we ain't winning this week? Or do you still got to go out there? And, I mean, game face, like you're not going to tell the media, you're not going to tell me, but in the locker room, are you guys like, it's the Packers, it's the Lions, they're having a great year, we ain't winning?
No, I don't.
Or you still think we're going to go in there and upset?
Yeah, I think every game, definitely in the NFL where the talent is, you know what I mean, like it's even, you know what I mean? So I think every game, at least me and my guys, we know that every game that we play and the way we prepare, we got a shot at winning, and we just got to go out there and execute it. So I think each week was, you know what I mean, just like I said, the next week we're just trying to get the next one. So unfortunately that didn't happen last year, but we still went out there and, you know what I mean, at least try to, you know what I mean, get the win.
Bears defense is been exciting in my opinion to watch this year because the turnovers, like that always makes it exciting. Right. And I think heading into this last week, the Bears were leading the league in takeaways. Yeah. So this last week didn't have any, but in spite of like leading the league in takeaways, like if you look at your ranking as a total all defensive package, not so good. I got some fantasy buddies that say you're like middle of the road. How do you guys view yourself like in that?
I think the key to, you know what I mean, playing defense is taking the ball away. You know what I mean? You take the ball away, you get off the field.
So if you're leading in that, you're winning.
I mean, it's a huge, I mean, the margin of, you know what I mean, if you win the turnover margin, you almost, it's a huge percentage. I don't know the exact percentage, but you win a turnover margin, you almost win the game. So anytime you can give your offense another shot at scoring the ball, that's more important than anything as far as being a defensive player. So,
well, it's stopping the other team from scoring, which of course getting the ball,
take the ball away,
getting the ball away does it right. So yeah, I think exciting to watch, and without a couple key players too, a couple out hurt.
Right.
So you know, when you look at overall performance and your own personal, do you? It seems like you don't get a ton of media. You don't get talked about much. Is that? Do you relish that? Like, because I kind of have always thrived in being underestimated. I like that position of like nobody's seeing you kind of coming. Do you care? Do you think about it at all? Does it matter?
No, I don't really care, to be honest. I think I mean that's the position I chose, man. I'm a defensive tackle. You know what I mean? I don't throw touchdowns. I don't, you know what I mean, score yards. I don't catch, you know what I mean, make the big highlight plays like the receivers do. But I'm a defensive tackle, you know what I mean? I do the dirty work in the middle. And, you know what I mean, when younger guys and younger kids, they don't really, you know what I mean, they don't care about the type of stuff. But I I like it. I like it. Yeah.
Okay, great. Would you say, like, every year you're trying to get better? I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
What's your big what's your big learn from this season? What are you proud of? What are you working on?
I think I'm
So like 3 questions. It's not fair to belt them all out.
No, it's cool. I get it. I think the biggest thing for me this year that I'm proud of is my ability, how I've been able to, play some of these run blocks, strike some of these blocks, and I think I've got way better, learning the new scheme that we've been playing this year. One thing I do want to, kind of improve on is be a little more productive as far as, hits on the quarterback, getting to him a little more, and so just moving from there, just trying to figure out how I can, fix that, and how do I turn like I said, a quarterback hit into not just a quarterback hit, but a sack. So just trying to do that and finish out strong with that.
In our business, we kind of have arrived at trying to make it as easy on our team as possible, which means take things from that. I mean, try to uncomplicate it. Try to make it simple to execute if you can, because there's plenty of things that go wrong every day. There's plenty of stuff that's hard. This is a little bit of I think from what I've read and know about Dennis Allen, it's a little bit more on the complicated side than the simple side. So 2 theories of thought on that, right? Make it simple, or, hey, we can get some advantage if we get a little more complicated. So you're going to embrace it because it's your boss right now.
Exactly.
Do you guys think about how do we still make it simpler? Like in your head, you know that it's difficult, but how do you reason through it? Because you got no time to think on the field. I imagine you have to a little bit instinct.
Yeah, I think at this point it's we had all camp, we had all OTAs and stuff to figure it out. So I think at this point it's simple for us. I don't think it's simple as far as how the offensive side sees it. How some of the stuff that Coach Dennis Allen is able to do, he makes it, tough for offensive quarterbacks and stuff like that to read. So I think at this point it's simple for us, not for them. So
okay,
yeah.
I've been rapid firing questions. Maybe I'll slow down a little bit.
No, you all good.
If there was something people don't know about you that would be good for us to know, or do you think there's anything that, like, is there something about you that we don't know that would be good for us to know?
I would say up until my son walked up on the almost on the podcast, that I really enjoy being a father. That's one of the things that I took on at me being young. I had a great father, so I just enjoy being a good father. Like I said, he almost walked on the podcast, so
you can't deny him either.
Exactly.
He looks just like you.
Yeah, exactly. But I just enjoy being a father. That's my hobby. Just being a good one and trying to give them the best life. So.
He's headed into a fun age too, because my kids are 6 and 8 now, and like they're happy to see you. Like they just want to play. Like it's a fun time.
Yeah.
So maybe on that note, taking kind of a step back outside of football, how is balancing that been going this season? So I would imagine any kind of something done at a professional athlete level has to take time, devotion, energy. And so I've noticed it in my own life. Like the reason why I talked earlier in the beginning about not working out is because something's got to give. Like there's only so many hours in a day. And that, unfortunately, for too long, because I want to live longer, I want to change that about me. But it's been the one thing I've sacrificed is I don't have time for that. So how are you doing with finding balance?
I think I look at it as it's sacrifice. You know what I mean? We have really, really long seasons, but we have great summers. You know what I mean? And so like the season is always I don't get as much time with my kids and my wife. But it's for a good reason, you know what I mean? And so during the summers, that's my time to kind of, you know what I mean, go with them and chill with them. So it's I try my hardest to balance, even during, you know what I mean, if I'm doing in a day where I'm getting home at 6 o'clock after, you know what I mean, meetings and everything, I, you know what I mean, kind of come home and I give them at least an hour, and then I gotta, you know what I mean, kind of click back on and watch some film. But I try to at least give them enough time for them to still get daddy time and husband time and then, like I say, during the summer, I'm all there. So
kind of two different worlds, but great to hear kind of same kind of strategies.
Right.
I don't get an off season, but like Sundays are the day for me to make
Right.
sure it's family time.
Mm-hmm.
Took my son to the Bears game 2 weeks ago. He loves it. He's 8. And
Right.
I think that's about the age I really started to kind of understand football a little.
Exactly.
And, like my wife, she's a little torn on it because she don't want him to want to play it. She don't want to
Right.
get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine all moms are like that.
Yeah, my mom was like that as well. Yeah.
So I'm like, babe, he's not going to play it. He just wants to watch it. It's
Right.
going to be all right.
Mm-hmm.
But he had a great time, and he got to see his first win. So
that's perfect.
That was cool. On the off season, though, there had to be, looking back at it, is there something that you did this off season that, from a habit or mindset perspective, that you worked on that you see is making a difference?
Yeah, I think just the way I kind of attacked it. You know what I mean? I didn't take a huge break, and then I kind of kept the same schedule that I'm kind of on now. So I kind of, you know what I mean? I woke up at 6 o'clock still. Like I didn't know it's the off season. I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Wake up at 1 or 2 p.m. and then work out. And so I kind of attacked everything like I was attacking the season, and it worked out for me. Just getting up early, you know what I mean, and going to work out and coming home and still getting, you know what I mean, the recovery and all of that stuff was huge for me.
So you didn't have to change routine when the season came.
Nope.
You were already in the mode.
Exactly.
It makes perfect sense. So, all right, back to my beginning thing. I told you some of our ideas. So if I got to go, it's going to be like humiliating and suffering to try to look at your world. You willing to jump into mine? Can we get you working on a car?
Yeah, that's cool. That's perfect. We can swap roles for a day. It'd be dope.
And we'll have some fun with it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right. And then, look, we always have the kind of the same closing question. We're all about championing people. And I asked you it before when you were here, but who would you champion kind of currently if you had the opportunity?
Right now, lately, I would probably say, do you remember who I said last time? I don't want to say the same person.
Nope.
So right now,
I should have looked back and I filmed a few of these since then. I should have looked back and said,
yeah,
I think you're
my wife. I was probably gonna say my wife again. So I won't say my wife. She's always the, you know what I mean.
She should go first because that goes better at home.
Right.
In my experience.
Exactly.
So that's great.
Yeah. So always my wife.
And the wives are super. I mean, let's face it, they are super. My wife's super key to my success because she's got it handled at home, and I'm sure it's the same for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%. So I think that I'll switch it up this time, and I'll probably say my defensive line coach, Jeremy Garrett. He's been a huge piece in, you know what I mean, in my growth as a player this year, and just the way he, you know what I mean, he attacks his details, the way he, you know what I mean, goes about, you know what I mean, goes out his way to make sure I'm getting better. So I'll probably say him.
All right, love it. Gervon, thanks for doing this with us. I look forward to doing it. We're going to do a small series, so looking forward to the year and really appreciate it. Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you.
All right. I hope you enjoyed this conversation. If you want more PodCrash in your life, which of course you do, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Catch you next time.